what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome! Raw review for the viewers at home today on one of the most unique new intra-workout BCAA supplements on the market from our good friends at Olympus Labs. It is, of course, ENDUR in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That nutritional information panel, although quite decent size and jam-packed, ain't gonna get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this here Olympus Labs ENDUR. Fortunately, got ourselves a big ass nutritional information panel for the viewers at home. Dilip, go ahead and cut that panel up on the screen. Starting from the top, serving size, 1 scoop, 16.2 grams. Got yourself about 30 of the 1 scoop, 16.2 gram bitches in one of these Olympus Labs ENDUR bitches. In terms of what the 16.2 grams is made up of, Olympus Labs have been so kind to provide a fully disclosed nutritional information panel so we can quickly do a sum, add up all of the active ingredients, discover there's 13.96 grams of actives, which means we're dealing 86% active ingredients and just 14% flavors, sweeteners, and colors in this Olympus Labs ENDUR. That is damn near ridiculous. 86% actives. I will just point out that I said that a scoop size is 16.2 grams. It depends what flavor, and there's actually flavors that are under 16 grams with the same amount of active, so the active ingredients are going to be up around 90%. Either way, fantastic to see such a massive percentage of active ingredients and not a lot, not a big percentage of flavors, sweeteners, and colors and all of those inactive. So bravo, Olympus Labs, straight from the top. Now we can go balls deep. Starting from the top, I am going to point out that in every scoop of this Olympus Labs ENDUR, we do have 2 grams of carbohydrates right at the top of the nutritional information panel, which is actually coming from, as you guys will see as we go through the nutritional information panel, is part of the Electrolyte Matrix. But I do just want to point that out. We're then going to skip over those electrolytes at the top of the nutritional information panel because we deal with them later on when we get to the Electrolyte Matrix. So let's skip over calcium, magnesium, chromium, sodium, potassium. And now we get into the first active ingredient. As far as we're concerned, it is Instaminos, which is the trademark registered version of instantized amino acids from our good friends at Compound Solutions, makers of a whole bunch of different ingredients that are becoming very, very popular with sports supplements users and sports supplement companies these days. Instaminos are BCAAs in a 4:1:1 ratio, and we have 7.5 total grams, which means we've got 5 grams of L-leucine, 1.25 grams of L-isoleucine, and 1.25 grams L-valine. For viewers at home who are unaware, BCAAs prevent the breakdown of muscle tissue during workouts, reduce delayed onset muscle soreness, assist with muscle recovery, they increase protein synthesis. In particular, L-leucine is responsible for this. Clinical dose of BCAAs is 5 to 10 grams. We have 7.5 grams, so we would go so far as to say that it is a clinically dosed, although I will point out, not the usual scientifically proven 2:1:1 ratio of BCAAs. Olympus Labs have decided to go with a much higher percentage of leucine, full 5 grams of leucine as a matter of fact, and a 4:1:1 ratio to really target that increasing protein synthesis aspect of BCAAs. And you'll see how that all ties in to the ENDUR matrix as we proceed through this raw review and go balls deep in more of these ingredients. Moving right along, we then get into Velocitol, which is the registered trademark Amylopectin Chromium complex, providing 2 grams of high amylopectin starch from waxy maize, which is where the 2 grams of carbohydrates comes from that we discussed earlier on, and 1,000 micrograms, which is 1 milligram of chromium coming from histidinate and picolinate chromium, and you will see that at the top of the nutritional panel also displayed there. Velocitol, for viewers at home who are unaware, acutely increases muscle protein synthesis. Also boosts insulinogenic response and insulin sensitivity to increase amino acid uptake, so you're going to get more of those 4:1 ratio BCAAs into the bloodstream where you want them. The clinical dose of Velocitol to achieve these effects is 2 grams. We have 2 grams. It is therefore perfectly dosed, and you can already start to see, viewers, a little bit of synergism going on here with the high amount of leucine and the Velocitol, both targeted at increasing the muscle protein synthesis. Moving right along, we then get into another amino acid, L-glutamine, this time in a 2-gram dose. L-glutamine, the most abundant amino acid in muscle tissue, prevents the breakdown of muscle tissue during workouts. Clinical dose of L-glutamine, 2.5 to 5 grams. We only have 2 grams, so it is towards the lower end. It's actually outside the lower end of that clinical dose, but it does need to be considered in conjunction with the BCAAs that we have already discussed. Moving right along, we then get into L-taurine in a 1-gram dose. L-taurine, an aminosulfonic acid, improves muscular endurance, improves cardiac function, and also boosts blood flow via vasodilation. The clinical dose of L-taurine, 500 to 2,000 milligrams. We have 1,000 milligrams, so we would go so far as to say it's clinically dosed. Moving right along, we then get into the Electrolyte Matrix, a 980 milligram matrix comprised of potassium citrate, dicalcium phosphate, sodium citrate, and magnesium aspartate. And you can see where this ties into the top of the nutritional information panel, because we can actually see how much of those electrolytes this electrolyte matrix is yielding. Potassium 150 milligrams, calcium 57 milligrams, sodium 65 milligrams, and magnesium 16 milligrams. Electrolytes, for viewers at home who are unaware, are charged particles that can carry an electric current across cells. They control membrane potential, which is responsible for controlling muscle contractions, transmission of nerve impulses, and maintaining our heart beat. Viewers at home who watch RAW reviews and tune into each and every one of them would know that it's very difficult to define clinical dose of electrolytes because they're found in so many different things that we consume throughout the day. And acutely, it's just very difficult to say this is how much of each electrolyte, this is the ratio, because we really don't fucking know. So I'm just going to say they're in there in those amounts. Moving right along, we then get into the final ingredient, which is VitaCherry Sport in a 480 milligram dose. VitaCherry Sport is a registered trademarked whole tart cherry extract from a company called VDF Futureceuticals. It reduces post-workout inflammation caused by resistance training, aka lifting weights. Therefore, is going to help enhance muscle recovery and reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. The clinical dose of the VitaCherry Sport is 475 milligrams. We have 480 milligrams in each and every scoop of this Olympus Labs ENDUR, so we would go so far as to say that it is perfectly dosed. Got yourself about 14% or less flavors, sweeteners, and colors. And that's what's in it. Very interesting formula that Olympus Labs have provided us with here in this ENDUR, which is not unlike Olympus Labs. Most of their supplements are very interesting, very unique, and very novel. You don't tend to see their formulas used anywhere else, and they're usually the first to do them. This ENDUR, man, I gotta tell you, on paper, from a increasing muscle recovery, reducing delayed onset muscle soreness, increasing muscle protein synthesis perspective, is on paper by far the best that I have ever seen. If you want to get picky and look at the things that it's missing purely from an, we're just gonna look at this from an intra-workout BCAA supplementation perspective, because this is an intra-workout BCAA. It's not a during the day amino acid, a during the day BCAA in between meals, with meals. It's an intra-workout BCAA. So from an intra-workout BCAA perspective, really the only thing it's missing is something for muscle pump. Nutrient delivery. There's no citrulline, there's no citrulline malate, there's no agmatine, there's nothing in there for enhancing that nutrient delivery as such. There is velocitol, which is going to increase amino acid uptake, but nothing, you know, that we tend to like to see in intra-workout BCAA formulas that are just going to help us get more blood flow into working muscles, more toxins out of working muscles, and just increase that nutrient delivery and the side effect of increasing muscle pump as well. Apart from that, I mean, it's got to be from an increasing muscle protein synthesis perspective, and therefore increasing recovery, reducing delayed onset muscle soreness. On paper, it's pretty much the most innovative intra-workout BCAA supplement that we have seen thus far, in my personal opinion. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in 5 flavors. Now, bear with me here, viewers at home, because these flavors, the names is weird as comes in Tropical Thunder, and I've made some notes here, aka Mango Tangerine. Comes in Dragon's Mist, aka Blue Icy Pole. Comes in Crushers, aka Orange Candy. Comes in Unicorn's Blood, aka Rainbow Candy. Comes in Snake Venom, aka Passion Fruit Kiwi. As I mentioned, names of flavors weird as f, and I'm happy that I have a translation there as to what they actually mean. This, once again, is not unlike Olympus Labs. They tend to do this with all their flavors. They'll, you know, they are actually flavors, but they'll put a weird name on them that no one really understands what they mean. And I guess that kind of adds to the surprise aspect when you pick a particular flavor, like I don't know, Unicorn's Blood. What is that going to taste like? And it almost creates a little bit of debate, I guess, amongst users as to what Unicorn's Blood actually is, what snake venom actually is, but I've kind of, I guess, destroyed that surprise. I apologize, guys, by telling you what those flavors are. Infamous Massive Joe's Taste and Mixability test about to go down. I am going to open myself a brand new tub of, ooh, snake venom. I'm going the snake venom. I'm doing it. It's looking at me. The eyes of the snake are looking at me. Brand new tub of Olympus Labs ENDUR in the snake venom. I'm going to bust this bitch open real quick. Bro, punch this bitch in. Took a couple on that one. That's a tight seal up in this motherfucker. Scoop is on top. There's a good sign from Olympus Labs, sitting right there on the top. Always good to see the scoop sitting nice and pretty, waiting to be used on the top of a brand new tub of anything, tub of subs in general. Have myself my TMJ Elite Shaker. Now I'm going to mix this up spot on to directions here, viewers at home, give you an actual real life example. It says on the directions, as a dietary supplement, take 1 scoop intra-workout with 12 to 16 ounces of water. I have myself 14 ounces of cold water here in my TMJ Elite Shaker. I'm going to take myself 1 scoop of this Olympus Labs ENDUR in the snake venom flavor. Throw this bitch in this bitch. Let me find the lid. Well, I'll put there's the lid. Chuck the lid on. Keeping in mind that this snake venom is passion fruit kiwi. Few flicks of the wrist. I'm going to show you guys how it mixes. Refresh my memory on how this snake venom tastes, man. All right, that's enough. Check it. Boom. As you guys can see, pretty damn well mixed. We do have some frothing on top, which is not unexpected when you're dealing with very high amounts of leucine, 5 grams per scoop in every single scoop of this Olympus Labs ENDUR. So there is a load of leucine in here, which is why we do get some frothing. But pretty damn well mixed, man. No floaters, no sinkers, nothing in between. That being said, it is an intra-workout BCAA, so I would go so far as to say blended bowl is required. For this here Olympus Labs Endure, let me refresh my memory on how this snake venom tastes, man. Let me begin my little critique of these flavors of Endure by putting this out here. No denying that in the past, Olympus Labs flavors have left a lot to be desired. If you guys have tried, if you tried Conquer, Triumph, Blood Shred, I mean, some of these flavors in the past, Olympus Labs style, have been very, very difficult to stomach. Just not good flavors at all. Fortunately, with this here new Endure, Olympus Labs have turned that on its head and picked the world up and dropped it on its head so far as their flavoring goes, because they have really come through with the goods on each and every flavor of this Endure. I'm not going to say they've nailed the flavors because no one really knows what the flavors are. But I will say that each and every flavor is really, really nice, very easy to drink, especially during workouts. I will say that there is a little bit, and across every flavor, there is a little bit of bitterness that comes through, which is once again primarily caused by that massive dose of leucine. And remember, Olympus Labs are using only 14% or less flavors, sweeteners, colors, so they're not loading this shit up with a whole bunch of flavors, sweeteners, and colors. There's a very small percentage. They've done exceptionally well with the flavors of this Endure. If I had to rank them, because everyone wants to know what my personal favorite is, if I had to rank them, I'd probably go, man, snake venom is really good. I'd probably go snake venom. Then I'd go Dragon's Mist, which is the blue icy pole. Then I'd go Unicorn's Blood, which is the rainbow candy, aka Skittles type flavor. Then definitely for me, I'm not a big fan of citrus. You guys know this, so pretty much the Crushers, which is the orange candy, and also the Tropical Thunder, which is the mango tangerine, sit at the bottom of my flavor selection. But those, I mean, even the citrus, like, they've done a really good job with it. I don't with citrus, but I could with that citrus, you know what I'm saying? And there has been, I'll be honest with you guys, there's been the odd occasion where I've been at the gym, I've run out of BCAAs, I forgot to restock. Boss Josh has been there, he's had a tub of the Endure in the Crushers or the Tropical Thunder, and I've had a scoop and I've been all good with it during my workout, which for me is a big deal because I really do not with citrus. So congratulations to Olympus Labs. They have just turn their flavor game around, and hopefully this Endure is a sign of good things to come from Olympus Labs when it comes to them upping their flavor game. So hopefully this continues into new products that they're going to release well into the future. In terms of the effects, because that's what you're taking this shit for, man. On paper, as I mentioned to you guys, one of the most unique, innovative intra-workout BCAAs we've seen thus far. And in terms of the effects, I mean, guys, it delivers, and it delivers really, really well. I mean, amazing muscle recovery, significant increase in delayed onset muscle soreness compared to any other intra-workout BCAA that I've ever personally used. And that's reflected across everyone here at MassiveJoes who has used this Endure. That's really the one thing we come back as well, like, man, the recovery is noticeably better. The reduction in delayed onset muscle soreness is noticeably better. And even when you're training, you can definitely feel like the reduction in fatigue and increase in endurance while you're training. It really, you know, it's kind of difficult because most of the time you switch between BCAA supplements and, you know, they kind of all do the same thing. But this Endure, there's a definite difference across those three effects that you notice when you're comparing it to any other type of BCAA or usual intra-workout BCAA. I mean, it's noticeable, and it's I mean, it's very cool, to be honest with you guys. It's very cool to take an intra-workout and get these noticeable effects, not compared to not taking an intra-workout. That's a no-brainer. Not compared to drinking water during a workout. Compared to other BCAA formulas, ENDUR is like a step above. It's like a cut above the rest. The effects really are like nothing else that I've really experienced with an intra-workout BCAA supplement in the past. It is, I've said it already, but I'm going to point it out again. It is most definitely a pure BCAA intra-workout BCAA supplement. It's not something that you're going to have with meals, between meals, during the day. It is just for, it's been designed just for intra-workout to reduce fatigue, increase muscular endurance, reduce delayed onset muscle soreness, improve recovery during that time period of when you train, pre, intra, post-workout. That's it. It's not something that you want to be sipping on during the day. It's not a BCAA supplement to be used for that purpose. It's just intra-workout. And I really think from that intra-workout perspective, it is a cut above the rest. Couple of things I want to finish off for you guys. Side effects, none have been reported, none to be expected. Stackability, the fact that it doesn't have ingredients like agmatine, citrulline, those pump-based ingredients in there, makes it incredibly stackable. It stacks with pretty much any pre-workout that you want to stack it with. The final thing I will say is in terms of price and value for money, in the Australian market, this Olympus Labs ENDUR retails at $59.95 for a 30-serve tub, putting it at $2 per serve. It is a little bit more expensive than the usual 30-serve $49.95 BCAA that we're used to seeing in the Australian market, but I mean, man. It's not comparing apples to apples, oranges to oranges. The formula alone should, in my personal opinion, should probably be $69.95 for a 30-serve tub. So I'm going to say at $59.95 for 30 serves, it is incredible value for money. Guys, if you're in the market for the best intra-workout BCAA supplement we have seen thus far that tastes amazing across all the flavors, is going to deliver muscle recovery, a reduction in delayed onset muscle soreness, an increase in muscular endurance, and a reduction in fatigue like you've never experienced from a standalone intra-workout BCAA supplement product in the past. You have to go out and get yourself a tub of this Olympus Labs ENDUR. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn your post notifications on, both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. And guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW review on the all-new Olympus Labs ENDUR in the house. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.